Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to my channel. My name is Brenda Caesar Concept. Please subscribe to my channel, hit the notification button, like, share, and leave your comments. What is Brenda going to talk about today? We all have gone through the same thing. Mommy, Daddy, what is sex? Where does baby come from? And then we get so embarrassed about the question because we don't actually know what to say. Some of us resort into lying, telling stories that when you lie down, God just gives you babies, things like that. So we have to be prepared that it is inevitable because sex is common, okay? And even though they are kids, especially nowadays, they are going to be exposed to all of this. So it is always good to come from you, the parents, okay? Where I live in the United Kingdom, of course, they taught my kids sex in school. And I was not ready for them to teach my kids before me. At a very early age, my daughter, the first one, because it was more difficult with her, it's embarrassing for the parents as well. So that is why we have to break this taboo, okay? Because sexual education to kids help them to know that they own their body, and anybody that touches them, what they should do, that is not allowed. So it is very important. So one day my daughter came home, mommy, with this slip of paper, and the paper said that they are going to introduce sexual education. And at that time, they gave us, the parents, to opt out of it, okay? Meaning that to sign that we don't want our kids to go to that sexual education class. At a very early age, if I could remember, I think she was in like year 3, that you would call class 3, or even before that. And I was like, what am I going to do? But one thing about me, I don't, even though the urge comes to overprotect my kids, I tend not to, because I have at the back of my mind that the world is out there. It is better for them to know how to maneuver, to be knowledgeable about things. However, I did not want at a very early age for them to be exposed to this thing like many of us do. So since I got that letter, I said to myself, bingo, I am going to talk to my daughter. But kids are different. My daughter, the first one, is a bit shy, not like the last one. Not like the last one, okay? So I sat her down and started talking about her parts, the parts of her body. I said, this is your nose is for this, your mouth is for this. And do you know down there, I went there and I pointed. And she said, yes. I said, do you know what it's called? And she did not know. Okay, I said, I called it as it is. I said, it's your vagina. And luckily for me, vagina, all our private parts are down there. And I said, do you know why it's down there? And she said, no. I said, it is your private parts. That one is sacred. And she said, what do you mean? And then I started talking about it to her at that stage. But I did not go so deep until she was pre-adolescent. When she came home, mommy, my friends are seeing their period. And then I went a step further to teach her about sex, to teach her about safe sex, to teach her about pregnancy and things like that. So I did it in stage by parts, okay? And I think most of it she had known already. She was embarrassed as well. And so, but I made her very comfortable the way I just did it, okay? So now, here we go. I suggest, okay, the way it was easy for me, that is how I have put some points or some tips for you to do it. When they are very little, teach them about the various parts of their body. There always a song that says head, shoulder, knees, and so, but it does not talk about the sexual parts. You can teach them that song. And then when you go, you say, do you know there are other parts that are not included in this song? Or if you don't want to sing the song, you can just teach them about the different parts of their body. And when you go down there, you say, this one is very private and it is yours. Have a way to make it fun, to make it realistic, especially at that early age. And then she will say, And some of them will start, depending on the child, like if it's my third one, she will ask you there and then. And she will not allow you to lie. That's why she will not, okay? And then you say, it is your private part and no one else is allowed touch it. Even me, I'm not allowed, okay? Your dad is not allowed. Because by that time, I taught my kids to wash themselves at a very early age, okay? No one is allowed. Your brother, your auntie, no one is allowed. It is yours and yours only. And then I'll teach, especially with my son. I taught him because I noticed that boys have a habit of touching themselves in public or at home and anywhere. And even at home, I said, why are you touching yourself? And then I said, don't touch yourself, especially in the public. It is not nice. And also, don't touch your friends' private parts. I know because they get curious. They start learning, especially nowadays on the internet. They'll go, and even though we have to watch them, we cannot watch them 24/7. I'm telling you. So get them ready so that if in case they are exposed to these things, they will know how to handle it. Okay? And also, I told them that, oh my God, no way. You have to respect elders, your aunts, your uncles, your neighbors and things. But as soon as they dare touch you, because that is why with me, I am very sensitive when it comes to touching. I came to England and we have a culture of hugging. I'm not comfortable with it. I don't like people touching me, except my husband, my man, okay? I don't want it because I'm not just comfortable with it. And I made sure my kids know that whenever somebody touches them, any part of their body, if they're not comfortable, they should just tell the person, no, it is your body, okay? I made it very clear to them. I say you should shout. So then when going on, they started telling me, especially the girls, about all the girls in the class having seen their period. So I sat them down, especially the first one, and told her everything about the changes in her body. I said, this one, even though you will see the hair, because some people, it's different from every kid. Some of our boys, when they are going through adolescence and they have the voice break, some of them are shy, some of them, they're proud of it. So it depends on how your kids take it, but no matter what it is good to teach them pre-adolescent, or sometimes adolescents will just come without notifying you, so you have to sit down. Because I remember with us, they never spoke to us about sex, okay? But we were thinking about it, and at that time we didn't have social media and things like that. But when I remember, some girls have started seeing their period, and I don't think I knew exactly what it was. Even at secondary school, I did not know. And when I saw mine, it was very horrifying. I don't want my kids on. It's not good for kids to go through that, because I went to the toilet and I saw it. And I thought that, oh my God, maybe a nail has gone inside me. I have hurt myself, done something. It is bad. It was terrifying. And guess what? I became ashamed later on in years. It was my dad who came up the stairs, and I just showed my dad everything. Oh my God! I was embarrassed later. And poor dad, he could not handle it, and he ran to my mom. And I was thinking, I am dying here. I am bleeding, I'm dying, and you are running away. Why is my dad acting so funny? So that is why we have to prepare our kids for these things, okay? And so then my mom came up, and with my mom, she just told me everything at that stage. She left nothing. But still, there is a catch. You know, our parents. She said, oh, no, you are ripe now. She was happy, smiling. And I was thinking, are you mad? I'm bleeding here and you are smiling. And anyway, she sat me down and she said, oh, I'm going to give you a chain. Do you know why? You're a full-grown adult. I was like, well, I was a bit confused. And then she said, now, don't let a man touch you. No, that is where she got it wrong. She should have said, don't have sex. With me, I told my daughter. Even though she was a bit embarrassed, I made her comfortable. But with her, she's very shy. So I skipped it for that for a while. And then a day or two later, I sat her down and started talking and went into more details. So my mom was like, oh, don't let a man touch you. And if the man touches you, you're going to be pregnant. Oh, you're going to be pregnant. You're going to be pregnant. And this thing was like, And I know a lot of people, I became scared of boys. thinking that if they touch me physically, there's going to be a problem. So you have to be honest with your children. Do you understand? There is a song I normally play that talks about that. It's called Tabule. It's a song in my country. And this 16-year-old, just imagine, 16-year-old girl was like confused about the parts of her body, and she went to the mom, and the mom was shy to explain to her about the parts of her body, and she was persistent. And then the mom gave up one day and said, oh, that part is your passport, it is your this, calling the thing all sorts of name. And so the girl went out there, had a boyfriend, and the boyfriend said, today we are going to have sex. The girl did not know what to do. She was confused because no one spoke to her about sex. It is dangerous. We have to talk to them. And the other advantage of talking to your kids, you make them, even at that early age, teaching them about the very part of their body, become confident that, oh, I own my body, especially down there. No one is allowed to touch. It prevents a rape, which is very, very tough, and it is very common, more than we expect it to be in our society, especially in the African society, where sex is a taboo. It's not even mentioned. And some of these children, when they go and tell their parents that somebody has touched them, the parents don't know how to deal with it. I'll talk about that next anyway. I don't want it to be a law. They don't even know how to deal with it. You should know how to deal with it. So you understand? Listen to your kids. They just dismiss them, especially when it's family members or somebody close to them. It might even be their husband, it might be their father, and things like that, the children's dad. And so some parents and mom don't even want to hear it. They want to be in denial about it. So it is very, very important to teach your children about sex, okay? So that time you teach them about safe sex, STDs, teach them, because I'm telling you, don't be like, oh, don't do this. No, make them comfortable. And the more you make them comfortable at it, you will be surprised. That is when they will actually keep themselves safe. They will keep themselves away from all these mischievous acts. And even if they go and do it, they will know that they can get pregnant. They will know how to use a condom. They will know that there is STD out there. You don't want to wait until it happens. They say prevention is better than cure. Please. And also us adults, we don't, in our African society, I talk about sex like that. And I know a lot of people say, oh, she's good, she's free. They use me well in my country to say that she's free. Like she's like, I don't care. I am very comfortable talking about it, because we need to talk about it in our marriages. We need to talk to our kids about it as well. So thank you so much for listening. And please don't get carried away. Do subscribe to my channel. Like I said, I will be coming nearly every day. The cooking show is coming soon, and that's one you don't want to miss. You don't want to miss. Not only about cooking, but about the nutritional value of the food we eat. Especially now that there is COVID, you need to eat food that are rich in iron, vitamins, so on and so forth. So thank you so much. Have a blessed day. Today is Saturday. Enjoy the weekend, okay? Have a blessed. Please, let me tell you, all work and no play makes Brenda a dull girl. So please find yourself hobbies. Find yourself things that will make you happy. Don't be so tense all the time, especially on those forums, always arguing about politics. Quarreling about politics. Have fun. Bye-bye.